In this episode of The Primer, we take a quick look at the state of affairs in Jammu and Kashmir state across 4 decades of Maharaja Pratap Singh.
Maharaj Pratap Singh, Reform, Politics and the Late Dogra State, 1885 to 1925. When Maharaja Pratap Singh ascended the throne in 1885, Jammu and Kashmir stood at a delicate crossroads. The Dogra state his grandfather had built through conquest and his father had administered through consolidation was now entering the modern age of empire, an age of telegraphs, railways, and bureaucracy. The young Maharaja inherited a realm rich in tradition but shadowed by imperial oversight. Barely 4 years into his reign, British suspicion of his independence brought a political storm in 1889. Citing alleged maladministration and palace intrigue, the government of India declared Pratap Singh unfit to rule and placed the state under a council of regency headed by the British resident. Though the Maharaja remained the ceremonial head, the levers of power were firmly in British hands. For the next 16 years, his court became a field of negotiation between Dogra pride and imperial authority. During this period of restricted rule, several administrative reforms took shape under British influence. The bureaucracy was reorganized, the judiciary strengthened, and public works expanded. Walter Lawrence's settlement survey, completed in 1895, rationalized land revenue and documented the agrarian economy in unprecedented detail. The Residency also oversaw the construction of roads linking Srinagar with Jammu and Gilgit, securing military communication lines along the northern frontier. Many of these measures bore the stamp of British administrative ideals: efficiency, accounting, documentation. Yet, the Maharaja's silent consent ensured that the reforms served both state and sovereignty. By 1905, with the death of Viceroy Curzon and a change in political atmosphere, the British restored Pratap Singh to full authority. Freed from regency, he steered the state with cautious confidence. His government introduced municipal reforms, reorganized education under a central department, and modernized revenue collection. New schools were opened in Srinagar, Jammu, and Leh. A small cadre of educated elites began to emerge. Pratap Singh also established the State Council in 1924, an advisory body that, while limited in scope, marked the first step towards representative governance within the Dogra order. Under his reign, the state's external posture remained stable. Relations with the British were carefully managed. The Maharaja attended imperial durbars and maintained symbolic loyalty to the crown. Yet, his internal administration reflected a quiet determination to retain autonomy. He revived Kashmiri art and craft industries, improved irrigation, and commissioned the construction of bridges and cart roads that connected previously isolated valleys. The social structure of the kingdom, however, remained rigid. The benefits of reform reached slowly and unevenly. Peasants, particularly in the valley, bore heavy land revenue burdens, while education and official positions were dominated by upper caste and urban groups. It was during these decades that the first murmurs of discontent began to rise. Voices that would find sharper expression in the next generation under Maharaja Hari Singh and the early political movements of the 1930s. When Maharaja Pratap Singh died in 1925, he left behind a state more ordered and connected than the one he had inherited. His reign had seen the transition from a traditional monarchy to a modernized princely administration, though one still marked by hierarchy and restraint. He was neither a reformer in the Western sense nor a reactionary. Rather, he was a ruler navigating the tides of empire with tact and endurance, slow and powerful. In the long arc of Jammu and Kashmir's history, Pratap Singh's era represents the late Dogra consolidation, a time when the structures of the old kingdom met the modernizing impulses of the British Raj. The result was a state that balanced progress with preservation, sovereignty with supervision, and set the stage for the social and political awakening that would follow in the 20th century.
Thanks for watching this episode of Primer on Jammu and Kashmir. Here is a quick note from the editors of the Dispatch. While dealing with historical events, we are conscious of the fact that history has no single view. In places like Jammu and Kashmir, this can be more complicated. While explaining the events of history through this primer, we are taking the best possible care to be objective and to offer context wherever views differ starkly. We welcome you to write to us and enrich the knowledge base on Jammu and Kashmir.